since I was a kid. Like I kind of felt that there was something off. People living like in very poor conditions next to people that are very wealthy. So based on that experience, I got a firsthand understanding of how bad economic inequality can be, especially in a city like Lima. Joining the climate movement really gave me a lot of hope for the future, just knowing that there are other people that care.
I mean, it was kind of the opposite, that like where I was in Edinburgh, you know, for the first like 18 years or something of my life, then I kind of believed in this world that worked and made sense and kind of, you know, like it was taking a little while, but it was going to be fine for everyone kind of thing. And I just had this horrifying sense of realization that I'd been lied to.
Once you are able to see the climate crisis in your day-to-day life and how it manifests in different ways, both the consequences and also the causes, I think that's when you are able to like understand the urgency of the climate crisis more clearly. And yeah, I guess that at some point, especially when we were kids, we have this kind of hopeful sense that everything is going to be okay, that the adults are already taking care of the situation. But then when you learn about the climate crisis, it's like, wait, what's going on? Like, why is it like, I started thinking that there's something deeply wrong about the way that we're doing. The moment what for me, like the climate crisis and environmental crisis in general clicked was in a mall in Lima, and I was in the food court area. So we were having dinner there, and we ordered food, and then they gave us like these trays with the food. And what I noticed there was that we had the tray, like the reusable tray, but then it had the plastic plate, and then it had this plastic utensils, and then it had this like cup made of cardboard, like that is like plastified. And I started thinking to myself, like after seeing all these things, like that all of this that it's on my tray is gonna live longer, it's gonna exist in this planet longer than I am gonna live. Like this is gonna exist for decades to come, even like centuries. It's still gonna be here while I'm gonna be I'm going to be dead, and everything is going to stay in the planet while only because I wanted to have a 15-minute meal, like only for 15 minutes, like generating this waste that is going to last for more than my lifetime. These things can be changed.
To me, the moment where it really started like crystallizing into like, oh, this isn't just me, like this might actually be a problem with society, not a problem with my head, was reading a newspaper article about Gail Bradbrook, one of the founders of Extinction Rebellion, was giving an interview in The Guardian where she was saying why she thinks academics need to start getting arrested in the name of climate, like resisting climate change. And for me, that was like, I don't know, I really look up to academics like that. I have a lot of faith in their knowledge. And so when I was seeing someone who I just kind of respect by their credentials saying this is so serious that we need to start talking about breaking the law, and did a bit more background reading, you know, about like, is it true what they're saying? Is it true that the crisis is this bad that it justifies this much energy and this much risk going in? Because, you know, I was willing to believe like, oh no, it's kind of fine, like just write letters or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, the more I kind of pulled at the thread, the more I realized like, oh no, this is worth changing your life for.
Even though things might, like as a whole trend, are getting worse, like we can still do something about it. We can still make it less worse than what it could be. I think that's also very important, to staying positive and like also keeping your mental health well, you know?